friends, and welcome to the CamijoKnit Podcast. Today I moved in the living room because the sun was getting in my eyes at the office, and sometimes it's just nice to change the scenery a little bit. So welcome back. This is episode 68, and today it is May 25th. It is Thursday. I have started to podcast on Thursdays and then upload on Fridays, so that gives me a little bit more time. Today it is my oldest friend's birthday. Sarah and I have been friends since the second grade, and we are still friends, even though she lives in Sweden and have a million kids. So I just wanna say hello to Sarah and wish her happy birthday. I'm wearing. First of all, welcome. My name is Camilla. I am a Danish knitwear designer, hand dyer, and podcaster. Former teacher, quit my job. I am wearing my Giselle shawl, and you have seen this a million times. I just wanted to wear something knitting related for the podcast, but I'm just gonna take it off. I'm sorry, that feeling of a hair inside your glasses is just so annoying. Okay, I'm good. Welcome. I have a few projects to share with you today. I was debating with myself because one of them I thought I was not going to say anything about until the pattern was actually done, but now I'm so close, I think I will share with you anyway. And I have a cardigan. I have a new version of my Candy Cloud cardigan that I will share with you a little bit about how I do that. I knit that with 4 strands of mohair, and I'm using all my leftovers. So how does that work out? I will share a little bit about that. I will reveal the bird of June. I did a test dyeing yesterday just to see if my idea would work. I don't always do that, but I sometimes do that. And I did that yesterday, and they are dry. So that's the main skein. I didn't do the mini yet, I just did the main skein. And I'm very pleased and very happy with the results. So I will be ready to reveal a bird of the month later in the episode. And also, one of you, someone who has been a regular customer here at CamijoKnit, asked me the other day if I was going to do the summer sock box this year. And to be honest, I had totally forgot. I think I answered, yes, of course. And then, so that's a really good idea. So we're talking a little bit more about this year's summer sock box. They will be ready for pre-orders both once this episode is over. And I'm actually thinking of shipping those out on the same day. So if you want both the summer sock box and the bird, you can combine the shipping costs for those two. But more about that later. First things first, let me share with you my first project. It's in a... When will I learn that it's better to promote my own products than someone else's product? But I just love Sandy by the Lakeside, and she gifted me this little bunny bag. And in this I have not a bunny, but I have my little project. I am knitting on a 2.5 millimeter needle. I have no clue what that is in US, and I probably can't see on the... Yeah, it's a 1.5. It says so on my Tiago. This is in my colorway Buttercup. This is my silky lace base. It is 70% superwash merino and 30% silk, and it is 600 meters for 100 grams. So it's a lace weight. And I'm just doing a simple garter stitch for this little, let's just call it a little scarf. And of course you can do with this whatever you want to do. You can wrap it around your neck if you like, or put it in your hair. That was actually my first idea, to kind of have this around your hair like my mom did when she was young. I'm sure once it's done and blocked, it'll be fine. It's not quite big enough yet. yeah, so I'm just gonna keep knitting. The only problem is that for some reason I kind of tense my shoulders a little bit when I knit on these small needles, and I don't know why, because when I knit socks and it's 2.25 millimeter, it's no problem. So I do a few rows every day and try not to overdo it. So this is one project, and I'm pretty excited about that. I think it's so cute, and there's just something about a very soft, lovely lace yarn that I like. So hopefully that will be a pattern soon, because I think that would be cute like in the summertime to have that little scarf, but I guess that all year round would be good. But I don't make progress that fast because for some reason I just get that tension, you know. My other project, if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen 4 pictures so far of the progress of this. In the beginning I was like, can I post that many pictures of the same project? And I was kind of hesitant about posting picture number 3, and then someone wrote, please share progress, because it's fun to see how the color change develop, and I like to see progress on other people's Instagrams as well. And I'm trying not to be too concerned about what my Instagram profile looks like. And I'm thinking that maybe we're going from making sure that the Instagram profile looks good all the time, like be cohesive in colors and stuff, to just be more alive and showing actually what's going on and not only posting according to color coordination. So if you think my Instagram is kind of messy, it's just because I'm setting myself free and just posting the picture I want to share, and not always posting the picture that looks best with the other last 8 pictures of my Instagram profile. So I'm working on that. It's not that easy just to stop being concerned about that and making sure it looks pretty all the time, but I'm trying my best. So this is my Candy Cloud cardigan, and this is my progress so far. And the pattern calls for whatever amount of yarn, and you can, the idea behind this design in the beginning was to use all those scraps, because silk mohair has been so popular for many years now, and if you are anything like me, you will have lots of boxes like this with leftover silk mohair. I have sorted mine in colors, so in this basket I only have the colors that I want to put in my Candy Cloud cardigan. I have I think a few more baskets with just blue and black and green and gray and brown, but I didn't want that for this particular design. I just wanted all the softy pink and reds, and I have some dark purple as well, and I have a little bit of yellow, and to combine these in different ways. So I all the time knit with 4 strands of silk mohair, and the only thing that is consistent, no, the only skein that is with me all the time is a white one. So this white silk mohair, this is just they are all, it's not the same brand, it's different kind of brands, but they are all like approximately 400 meters per 50 grams or 200 meters per 25 grams. And some are Tilia, some are mohair by Canard, this is actually my favorite. I have needles in here. This is actually my favorite silk mohair brand. 28% mulberry silk and 72% mohair. I really like this. I think it's softer than the other ones. And then I have some of my own, which is the same as the mohair by Canard, 72-28. I have some Tilia. Tilia is actually 30-70, I think. Yeah, so there's a little bit more silk in Tilia. Tilia is also very nice. So different, I have one from Long Yarn. So just whatever scraps I have in here. I think this is long yarn. I don't think I'm going to use this one in, I don't know, I'm not sure. I also have some very bright purple. And then what I do is I knit with 4 strands all the time, and then every now and then I'll just break one of the strands off and add a new one. So you can see right now I'm knitting with, I just added a yellow. Right now I have, so right now I'm using a soft apricot, that's my own. Peachy something from Long Yarns. I don't remember the name of this one. It doesn't have a name but a number. I'm thinking it's 28. Nerd. This is the Mohair by Cana and a white Telia. So actually 4 different brands that I have right here. And when you knit these 4 together, they don't look that marbled at all. They you can see is this last strand right there. And then I knit. And then when I think, well, it's time to go away from the yellow, I'll just break off the yellow, maybe add a pink one. The only thing I don't do is that I don't combine very contrasting colors. You could. I just kind of, when I have these 4 right now, and if I want to go in another direction, I'll take out this one and maybe add this one. This is another hand dyed one of my own, and then you can see I go a little bit more orange now, and I could knit with those for a while. And if I want to take it from this peachy orangey to a more pink, maybe I'll let this one go again, and I will take a pink, knit with those, lose another peach, add another pink, lose the last peach, maybe add a darker red, then I'll go with these for a little while, and then I'll maybe drop a red, add a colder pink, drop the other red, and add a purple, and then knit with those for a while. So I kind of fade from one color to the other. That is because I don't want like a sharp stripe, but you can do that. You can totally divide your minis into, not minis, but your leftovers into contrasting colors and kind of do a stripy version as well. That would be it's very, very addictive because it changes all the time. And I'm trying not to overthink it too much. So it's not, I don't look at it and go, okay, so now I need 3 rounds of purple, or now I need 3 rounds of yellow. I just kind of knit, and if I like it, I'll just keep knitting a little bit longer, and then just adding, changing one of the mohairs every now and then. We could do a knit along for this. Let's say let's say that if you want to knit this with me, I will give you a discount for the pattern. If you use the code down here, let's call it Candy Cloud KAL. I'll put that down here below, and if you use that, I'll give you 20% off the pattern. And if you start the project, we can all use that same hashtag, Candy Cloud KAL, and we can knit this together. And yes, I am a little bit ahead, but that's fine, because I think once I'm done with this, I'm going to do a sweater version, or maybe even a smaller size, because I'm knitting this my size, so it's good for me. But when I go to events and I need to put this on a hanger, it's too big for the hanger, and it doesn't look good. So I think that I'll just make maybe a smaller sized one after this. Or I could just leave this for a little while and start a new. No, I'll just finish this. But if you want to knit a Candy Cloud with me, get 20% off the pattern by the Candy Cloud KAL discount code. Good. I also thought about doing like kits. So let me know if you would prefer that I just make a kit and you buy the kit and you don't have to bother. If you don't have all the leftover silk hairs like I do, maybe you would like that, or just a few silk hair colorways to kind of match what I'm doing here. Someone asked me for all the color codes, and I think eventually I will just kind of on Ravelry maybe, or somewhere else, I will write down all the yarns that I used, but I'm not gonna write down how much yardage of every single one that I did, because I will have no idea. Just kind of go with the colors that you like, and if you wanted like a lighter version like me, use a white all the time, or you can use a baby pink all the time, or a blue all the time, or whatever color you prefer. You can give it that undertone. So, but it's so much fun. I really enjoy that knit. So that was all about the Candy Cloud cardigan. But now, talking about mohair, I just want to show you that I did 2 new colorways of silk mohair. They look like fall colors. This is caramel and this is sugar pine. These are not new colorways for me, but it's the first time. Sounded like someone was at the stairs, but no one is here. It's the first time I dye them on the silk mohair, and I think they look pretty good. Together they look folly, but if you knit it, if you combine the caramel with the scallop shell, or even with the soft apricot, you get a totally different look. And those would be great in the Candy Cloud cardigan as well. I took these because I have just dyed a new color on my fingering weight Donegal tweed base. This is soft apricot. This is one of my favorite colors. And it's funny because when it comes to combining colors, I understand that when you look at the pictures on the website and you need to combine something for a stripy project or whatever, it's so difficult. And even so for me, sometimes it can be hard to kind of think in advance what colors will look good together. And it's so funny because when they were drying on, I have these, let me show you. So when my yarn is drying, they are hanging on this little, it's like a little octopus. So it's hanging on this little octopus outside. And this color, which is the scallop shell, was drying next to this color, which is the soft apricot. And I just thought that these 2 colors look so good together. And it's a little weird because it's a kind of a cold pink. And this is a so much warmer apricot colorway. But I just really like the look of those 2 together. And now, because they were hanging there and they were making friends, and I thought of a design with these 2. So I have been doing some small samples, and I came up with an idea for a new design, and I'm very excited about it. And I will start that soon. I just have to kind of decide on the needle, because I could either do 2 strands of this fingering weight or just 1 strand, and I'm still debating. Do I want a size 3mm project, or do I want a size 4mm project? I really haven't decided about that yet. Yeah, well, I think that's pretty much what I have on my needles right now, and I have no finished object to share. I hadn't had that much time to knit. I did knit some at the summer house this weekend. I went to the summer house with a friend of mine, just the 2 of us, and we had an entire weekend at the summer house. And I didn't even vlog. I was going to vlog, and then I was like, no, I just really need some time off. And it's the first time for a long time that I had 3 days in a row without work. And it was so good for me. And I was just knitting, drinking a little wine, playing board games, walking, Teddy was running at the beach, and we were having lunch in Skane, and we just had some fabulous days at the summer house. So that was just so wonderful. Yeah, and that's when I started the Candy Cloud cardigan. I just thought I would cast on stitches and then leave it, but it was so addictive that I just couldn't stop. So, well, let's talk bird of the month. Last month I was indecisive if I should do the jaybird or this bird, and I did the jaybird. And then this month I was just so excited to do the the barn swallow, which in Danish is landsvalen. I'll put a picture of it right here. So when I decide what bird I wanna knit, no, when I decide what bird is going to be my inspiration for the color, I go online, of course, and I search for the bird that I have picked out. And that particular picture, I need the photographer's approval to use that picture. And the picture that inspired me, I will put that up here. I think that'll be fine because then it's not posted anywhere. But that is the picture that originally inspired me for the colors. And I couldn't get a hold of that photographer, so I didn't get any permission. So I'm using another picture online, like on Instagram, and when you go to the website to order the bird, it's going to be another picture of the barn swallow. Because this guy, Søren, who took the picture that I'm using, he allowed me to use all his pictures. So that's very easy. I can just always pick one of his pictures and I know everything is good. But the barn swallow his picture is gorgeous. I love the picture. But his barn swallow is not as blue as the one that I originally saw. So just keep that in mind when you get the yarn, that the other bird was actually the first inspiration. That is all I have to say about the bird. So go order the bird now, and I can. And when it comes to for the first time, CamijoKnit is introducing a new sock base for the bird of June. I have ordered some mini skeins for the BFL base, so I can make a BFL an option. And I already dyed the BFL base for the main skein, and it looks so good. So this month you will also have BFL as an option. And I will take strong sock base out because the two are equally strong. So just to not have too many bases, and then maybe the strong sock can come back in at some point. I took the DK version out this time. Not a lot of you order the DK base, like sometimes no one, sometimes a few. So this time I just took that base out. So it will be the BFL, the merino, the other merino, and the gold. Is that 4 bases? Yes, I think so, right? CamijoKnit base, BFL base, gold base, merino, high twist base. 4 bases. Yep. 4 bases this time. Yeah, they are open now. Got it. That's all for the bird. And for the summer sock box, it's always so hard because there are so many sock bases available, and if I give you a lot of different choices, I can't start to dye the yarn until all the pre-orders are done, and sometimes it's just good for me to have them ready. So when the orders come, I have already dyed the yarn, because sometimes when I open pre-orders and I haven't done the work yet, that can be kind of a stressful thing. So for the summer sock boxes, there will not be any options. There will only be one. And I will start dyeing that yarn, I think today, because I'm so excited to dye the yarn. I think I'll do that today. This will be a very limited edition. So I'm planning on doing 12 or 16 boxes, so that's not a lot. So if you want the summer sock box, go order it now. There will be 2 sock bases available in this box, and I will not reveal what it is. So if you want to get out of your comfort zone a little bit, or just want to be surprised, this is the box for you. So 2 full skeins of bases that I will not tell you anything about. Surprise bases. And there will be 2 minis, 1 in each base, I think, or maybe 2 in the same base, so you can play with those with the same skein and then have the other skein be for itself. I haven't decided on that yet either. That'll be a surprise. Then I will add 10 light bulb stitch markers, which I always use to kind of count my rows when I knit socks and also to mark the placement for the heel. So I'll add some of those, and also there will be a free sock pattern, and I haven't decided yet if it'll be a particular pattern or just any of my sock patterns. I think the latter. Yeah, and then a little surprise, of course. There's always going to be a little surprise when you buy a box. With the birds, sometimes there's a surprise, sometimes there's not a surprise. It varies. It all depends if I found something cute or, yeah. I don't just put anything in there. So if there's nothing else, there'll always be a tea. That can be the surprise sometimes. A few months ago, there was a little bird, little stitch marker bird. And there will not be a stitch marker bird in the next one, but maybe something else. I haven't decided yet. Okay, so summer sock box will launch today. The bird of June will launch today. Limited amount of sock boxes, and I will announce it here first so you get an advantage. I will usually always make sure that you guys will be the first to know things. So go get that sock box now before it's sold out. Look at me. Look at me sound like TV shop. Get it now before the neighbor gets it. I think that was all for pre-orders. As some of you know, I went to the Saltum Knitting Festival the weekend before this weekend. So almost, 2 weeks ago. Or actually I did not go to the Saltum Knitting Festival because I was a vendor at the wrong place. And I was concerned about that, and because I was a little bit stressed, actually I was very stressed out before going to Saltum. I was saddened by it because it took so much energy for me to even just go and not have sales or people visit the booth. Would just be, that just kind of stole all my energy. And it's not a money thing. It's more like a spend 4 days and not meet anyone. It's just such a waste. And I really needed that time to just kind of recharge my batteries. Lars just got out of the hospital and all that, so I was just so tired, and the weather was good and I just wanted to stay home with my family. But I went anyway, and I'm so glad I did. One of you wrote, and I don't remember who it was, but someone wrote, and I really took that with me, so you need to know that if it was you, wrote, go enjoy that there will be a little bit more time to talk to people who visit your booth, and she said something, I'm sure that it'll be just a great experience for you. And that was just the perfect attitude for me to bring with me to Saltum, and that is what I did. So I didn't have any expectations on how much yarn to sell or anything like that. I'm just gonna be here. Luckily, Tine had the booth next to me, so shelter, so we could have coffee and talk, But people came, and a lot of you came actually, and because it was not so crowded, and because there was not that many knitters at that part of the festival, they were all at the knitting festival and not at this area, I had more time, and it was just really, really, really nice to actually have time to talk to the people who came to see me, because at some of the bigger events, it is just so busy, and I don't have the time that I would like to have to talk to people. So even though I thought it was going to be a waste of time, I don't mean it in such a mean way, because it's not a waste of time for the people that are there, but just because I really needed relaxed time more than I needed work time. But when I came home on Sunday, I said to Lars, this was just a really, really good weekend, and it gave me a lot of energy, and I felt so happy when I came home. Also because I was next to Tine, and she and I got to know each other a little bit better, and that's just really good when we do collaborations, and found out we have a great sense of humor together and we could laugh. So I just really, really had such a good time. And this is also just to remind ourselves that sometimes we we go and we force ourselves to do things we don't have the energy for, and sometimes it's a bad idea. I'm not saying that, but sometimes you just get such a positive reward. And for me, talking to people and especially talking to knitters is always rewardful. I was just afraid that there would be no knitters there. But they came, and some of my friends surprised me, and that was just so good. So actually people I knew came, and people from the knitting world came, and some of you, my viewers, came. So thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it that you stopped by. I think that is all I have on my list for today. I will be back in 2 weeks from now. I'm hoping that in between I'll do a vlog. I thought about just doing a normal vlog from around the house, a normal everyday vlog of me working and doing whatever I do on a normal workday. That varies a lot. And yeah, I've just been in the mood. Also, I think because the weather is good, so I can take you outside. I will at the end just show you 10 seconds of my new dahlia. What is that called? Like a raised bed with dahlias. I just planted those, and yeah. So now you can see the beginning, and I'm guessing the rest of the summer you can see how that kind of evolves. I hope they survive. I used to be a garden person when the kids were really small, and then I haven't been a garden person for many years, and now I can kind of feel, I think it's like an age thing maybe. Can you help me out? I start to look at birds and I want to put things in the ground and see them grow. I just put a lot of sunflower seeds in the ground and some other not bird seeds. Please don't eat the flower seeds. Not for the birds, for flowers. So I'm hoping I'll have lots of flowers in my garden by the summer. Okay, I'm talking. Blah, 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 blah. I'll let you go, and I will see you in 2 weeks for a regular episode. And before that, I'm hoping just a vlog of some kind. Take care and enjoy the beautiful weather in Denmark. It feels like summer, and I can smell white wine later on today. Thank you.